Hopefully.
Oh, look at the car. I saw that same car earlier.
Oh, yeah. And this little this little thing here is a food truck that's made to look like the Culinary Vegetable Institute, so that they can bring it to events and cook there.
Oh, it's like a mobile thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
like a mobile kitchen.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's get going.
All right. So you'll see the kale.
Here, kalettes.
Kalettes.
And flowering kale is back there a little bit. We have blueberries we started this year. When we get up a little further, you'll really be able to see some colorful peppers where the guys are harvesting right now. We have the variety of peppers. I can't even imagine how many, over 30 varieties of tomatoes alone. But
Here's the peppers.
Oh, wow.
Just the different flavors and colors, some hot, some not. But just really, peppers are in right now. And some of those huckleberries that you saw in the, there's okra plants here. We have two colors of okra, red and green. Sorry about the bumps.
You can see the beautiful yellow flowers on the okra too.
And those are edible as well.
Yeah.
And we can pull back up and stop and let you see. And then here's our huckleberries on the trellis here.
Tell me how the
plants.
huckleberry came about. That's pretty cool. I've never even heard of them.
Yeah. So I don't know the full story about. I'm not sure if you do, but I just know they are a huckleberry tomato is what we call them, and they're just a very, very small little tomato, really sweet, very, very, very flavorful.
It's most of the plants that we grow and the different varieties are researched, and some of our chefs they might know of a particular plant and we'll research it. If it's profitable enough for us to be able to grow for them, we will do that. And that's how we kind of started with the squash blossom. A chef came over from Europe when we were doing some sales at farm markets, and she wanted this particular. I would like to have the squash blossom, and they said, well, we throw that out. We're farmers. We only grow the squash. And she just really begged to have those. So we brought them to her. And then she brought more chefs. Chef Jean-Louis Paladin, he came in and said, they're growing the right way. You want to order your food from these people. And more chefs came. And that's kind of how the Chef's Garden got started.
So before the chefs came, it was mostly kind of like a public service to whoever comes to the farm, essentially, started with the stand.
They drove to farm markets. And we'll show you that when we get to our lab. We'll show you a little video maybe that shows exactly. Yeah, there's all of our lettuces. We'll get out here.
Wow.
Hello.
So cool. Hi. Pleasure meeting you.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing well. I'm Colin. Nice to meet you.
I'm the something over here in the Microgreens, so I'm just going to show you guys that out. I brought some products that we grow over here. We got this called organama, and we have celery, chrysanthemum, like the flower, and then we got some beets over here, micro size, and izuna, Chinese, some spicy purple radish, and we grow around 25 varieties of microgreens over here. We do a lot of blends, salad sensation, cookie salad. We sell steaks also, all of them. I don't know if you're interested to try some.
Yeah, sure.
Celery.
Wow. Of course, the earthy flavor, but it has the freshness. There's a little kick to it.
Yeah,
I like it. There's a little kick to it. You can taste just how fresh everything is. So
this usually takes like 30 something days to grow over here in the greenhouse. Celery is one that takes a long, so it builds up a lot of flavor. And put a little bit in its place, and
It's really packed. It's really packed.
Yeah. Try some beets.
Yeah, sure. That's good.
You got a little beet in it, right?
Yeah. I make a lot of beets at home and for my recipes. Yeah.
One of the sides is the nutrient value comes up as well as the taste flavor. The chefs want flavor, and as our lab and our growers are growing for flavor, also the nutrient value comes up as well, especially in the smaller size. We have root crop, and everybody wants to eat the carrots or the root crop, but also we found out that the leaves have more nutrient value in them. And so we're
have higher mineral content, so we use an actual root. Also, gram for gram, microgreens are more nutrient dense than natural growth and the minerals in them are more bioavailable.
Mm-hmm. So how do you guys are able to discern that? Like comparing this versus conventionally. Like, how do you test that? To be able to say like, gram for gram with a lot X multiplier of.
So we do mineral testing on site at our own laboratory, which will take you to where we will test our own products versus those you buy in the store, conventionally grown, just to have a reference point. We also look at the USDA average, published value. Those are a little bit all over the board because they don't really tell you the type of farm they were grown on, and they're not always very current. Like one of them I was looking at recently was from 2002, so 20 years ago, but USDA values are out there, so that's kind of a reference value we use as well as comparing to what we can produce.
Do you feel like it could be done a little bit better? It's a little bit outdated in terms of the RDA?
Oh, the RDA, definitely, yes. So the RDA, there's a number of issues with it, and it's so all-encompassing, right? So it's really not very specific to an individual's nutrient needs. It's really, I believe the RDA is like, correct me if I'm wrong, but age like 4 to 100, right? And it has one value, one range. And so being able to narrow that in to really meet specific needs, I think.
Yeah. It's hard to have that, reduced down to an individual. So
Yeah, and I think what I'm actually referring to is like the percent daily value. Like what you're seeing on a label is really for 4 to 104, right? The RDA, there are more specific categories in there, but not necessarily as specific as maybe.
Gotcha. All right, great.
one of the lessons we have at the farm is our growers like Andres, the different houses. They're very concerned about how the health of the plants and how much they get watered, and they know, they can see when something goes wrong. And it's really a blessing to the farm to have a farm family that takes good care of each other and also the plants. So that's really nice.
Appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Hope you guys use more microgreens.
No, for sure. When I interned in Manhattan for an Indian restaurant, they use a lot of microgreens. So, and I just remember when it was delivered and we got them fresh, it was just amazing. So, but to be able to see it on site and I like what you said, keep it not just in house, but to do on a smaller scale to increase that nutritional value is a huge thing. So.
Lots of microgreens will grow in like 7 to 14 days. So they grow quickly, but it's just essentially kind of the first few leaves of the plant coming out. So again, they have a lot of vitamins and minerals. They haven't quite put as much energy into making the starches and like growing as big. So they're just really out here too. So we have some inside, some outside.
Oh, that's awesome.
One of the things we do as part of being a regenerative farm and trying to minimize the use of any sort of synthetic inputs is growing crops in different areas. So if we grew all of our tomatoes in one spot and you got a disease or pest pressure, all of your tomatoes are affected. So we kind of grow them in different areas so that, if one plot is affected, you can address that versus having to, address it.
Sounds like a lot more work and labor because you're spreading it apart more, right? So.
Yeah. And it's really like Valerie said, you know, the growers are specific to like their area, so they know these plants so well. And when you see them day in and day out, you really have that ability to say, oh, this is looking a little yellow, or, you know, this needs maybe some sort of foliar application of some minerals or something like that. And so it helps us to really have healthier plants because we have people who are really in tune with what's going on.
These are just many of the different varieties that we have, and I'll start them maybe in a tray, and then as they get a certain size, they will transplant them out to whatever field they're prepared to have. They do work with the soil first. They want the soil to be healthy, and so we have a lot of cover crop on a lot of the farm. We have close to 400 acres, but a third of that is only planted at one time because they're using cover crop to help regenerate the soil and keep the soil healthy. Because if we have healthy soil at the base, it'll grow up into healthy plants.
Gotcha. Let's take a quick.
And you can see the vibrancy and the color of these. Again, color is phytonutrient. So having that rich color, especially if you look at like the neon green and the dark purples, like it just shows how much phytonutrients are available in these lettuces. Also with non-compact leaves, so the loose leaf lettuce, again, has to make more phytonutrients because it's having more sun exposure, so it's protecting itself from the sun. So in any sort of loose leaf versus compact lettuce, you have more phytonutrients.
Now, the ones that have the splotches, are they a combination of these two, or?
That's a good question. It's just the varietal. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a really good question.
And if they, I'm just thinking if they are a mixture, you know, would the phytonutrients increase, you know, because of that?
Yeah, good question. It would depend what you're looking for. So if you're talking more like anthocyanins or the purple color, it would probably be some proportion of that.
Because it's not as concentrated, right?
Exactly. Everything on this farm is non-GMO. So everything really has a story, and, you know, is grown, we say slowly, harmony with nature, really trying to, you know, grow with thought here.
We want to grow an exceptional vegetable, not just grow mass quantities, you know. And it's that's how farmers are raised. They need to make money, so they'll grow commercially as big as they can grow, but we really do focus on the nutrient value or we come along and the taste is just
because of the model you guys have, you know, kind of spearheaded. You know, have you had other farmers that come from nearby lands and other farms that say like, hey, you know, can you teach us on how to do this? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or have you had any like, you know, tactics, people coming in and be like, trying to, you know, be competitive and, you know, sneak in, and because you guys are doing such a great job, right? So.
Right. No, I think we definitely have kids' interest. I think there's still a long way to go. And if you look around us, you know, there's still a lot of conventional farming going on in Ohio.
It's very hard. It's not an easy way to farm. Regenerative farming takes a lot of work and by hand. And so, not a lot of people interested just yet. But there are looking to get there. Yes. Yeah.
And I think we say we farm basically 200 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Even some of the equipment we use, Bob Senior especially had made, like, to meet the needs of what they were doing. So it's really neat to see how we do things differently and kind of more slowly, and it results in a better product.
Awesome.